Hello everyone, Trophy Wine Hunter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm pleased to do a review of the Maison Champy 2006 Corton Charlemagne. So I've done a number of videos on Maison Champy's wines. It's nice, they are a fairly large negociant, and so that means they have wines in a number of different places, which is very good. And generally speaking, because they're negociant and they buy grapes from other people, their wines can be a little bit more mass produced, and therefore the pricing can be a little bit better than some say sole vineyards or sole proprietors. They do own 21 hectares of their own lands, which is not a ton, but the rest of that they buy from local growers as negociants, and then kind of make wines or make the wines for themselves. So Maison Champy is the oldest wine company in Burgundy. It was established in 1720, and you'll see that on this label. So Corton Charlemagne is a Grand Cru site in the Cote de Beaune region, and it is named after Emperor Charlemagne in the 14th century of the Holy Roman Empire. And so he actually owned this hill, and that's why it's called Corton Charlemagne. Most wines in the Corton Charlemagne region is white wines, and because it's Burgundy, it's 100% Chardonnay. And legend has it's because the emperor's wife preferred white wine because the red wine stained his beard, his white beard, red. So she preferred it, and that's why all the wines in Corton Charlemagne are white. The AOC was created in 1937, and it is a Grand Cru site, which, if you go back to my Burgundy Basics series, means that it's the highest level of grape or vineyards there is out there. In the pyramid of quality, there's the Bourgogne basic AOC, then there's village wines, then there's premier cru wines, and this is the top of the heap, which is Grand Cru or Grand Cru sites, which are the best sites to grow certain grapes of that region. Corton Charlemagne is actually fairly well known among wine consumers, even though it is a Grand Cru vineyard. In fact, it's one of the largest Grand Cru vineyards out there. It's 52 hectares, which is huge. I think actually that's bigger than the whole holdings of Maison Champy across different regions. So about 300,000 bottles or 25,000 cases of Corton Charlemagne is produced each year. That represents about 2/3 of all Grand Cru white wines. So it is a huge region, and because there's so much wine produced, there is quite a bit of variation. I mean, all Corton Charlemagne is great, but there is variation among the producers, and that's where we look at producers and their sites. In general, it does take quite a while for Corton Charlemagne to age, so you're kind of wasting your time if you're opening newer Corton Charlemagne. It usually needs about 10 years to really kind of go into its kind of peak or plateau phase. This is an old bottle that I bought. This is the 2006 vintage, so it's a little bit long in the tooth at this point. 2006 was not a notable vintage, and that's why I'm probably drinking this. If you had some really great vintages like 2005, it wouldn't bother me to age it even further, but with 2006, I decided that I was going to open it and drink it, and I had a couple of bottles already of this before, and it is a ready to drink wine, and it's getting a little bit to the end of its shelf life, but still very pleasant. I had it last night at a restaurant called Archer. Unfortunately, it wasn't a great experience. I might put the review at the end of this video, but the wine paired well with what I had there, which was oysters and some seafood. So it's been overnight. I put it in the fridge, and now I'm tasting it again, now in the second day. Let's take a look at the cork. Very simple Corton Charlemagne 2006 6, it is a Grand Cru, but it does not say the name of the winery anywhere. Here's the bottle. I think this is an older bottle, so the label has changed. The Champy label has changed. Grand Cru, Corton Charlemagne, not much. And then on the color, again, this is under direct light, so it's a little bit lighter than what you'll see on the video. I think the video is a better, the tasting video is a bit better representation of the color, which is a darker yellow, but not as intense as some of the other old Burgundies that I've had. Let's taste the wine, and I will let you know that this is the 3rd day. I actually had it the first time at a restaurant called Archer. Unfortunately, the experience wasn't that great. I might put that at the end of this video, my review of that restaurant in Vancouver. Then I took it home and then had it the next day, recorded a video, but forgot to turn on my mic. So now I'm doing it the 3rd day now, the 2nd day after I have opened it. And I had it with some food tonight, some Vietnamese food. Last night I had it with some cheese, and when I was at Archer I had it with some seafood and some oysters. So it is actually fully aired at this point. When I had it at the restaurant, I did not decant it. I was going to drink it over a couple of days, so I thought I'd better not decant it. You can see by the color, it does have a nice yellow color, but just comparison to a aged white Bordeaux, the Domaine Leflaive 2008 Batard Montrachet, that was a little bit more intense in terms of the color. So this is, even though it's got a nice yellow color, it's not as strong in terms of the color, intense as the color as the Batard. So on the smell, you get some oxidation, you get some caramel smells, kind of like orange blossom, and then a little bit of citrus and apple notes. I like the taste. In fact, I like the taste more and more as it airs out. With aged kind of trophy white wines, I do like to use a bigger glass, and I do like to have it at room temperature almost. So this has now been out of the fridge now for a couple of hours. It's still slightly chilled, but not very much. You can see the glass. Sometimes my viewers will see that sometimes I drink white wines and the whole glass will be like frosty because it's so cold. But you can see this one is kind of like at room temperature. And in general, I like nicer wines white wines at room temperature. So the taste is very nice at this point. Those people that like fuller Chardonnays, that's Corton for you. It's got some apple, some citrus, some orange peel, a slight bit of burnt, the top of a creme brulee, that type of charred taste. Some vanilla. I see some butteriness also. Really nice wine. I think it is at its drinking peak at this point. It will probably go another 2 or 3 years, but it's not going to get any better. So if you have this bottle, I would probably drink it up at this point. My rating on this, I think the Wine Spectator rating is 93 points. I tend to agree. I'd probably put it at 92, 93 points. It is oxidizing, and I would not suggest having it out for 2 days. If you're going to decant it, I would drink it that night. And if you're not going to put it in the decanter, maybe a day at the most. But it is, drinking at its peak at this point, or maybe slightly going into decline. Hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy drinking.